Hi, it's me, Donna Heifel, and welcome to our corplite workshop this week. We are driving again. It's a very busy week, and I'm glad to have you along with us. This week in our workshop, we're going to talk about actually individual performance and how to improve it by increasing your level of innovation. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? I was listening actually to a Tom Peters clip that was on YouTube, and he was talking about Seth Godin. And Seth Godin had said, you know, people keep trying to be remarkable by emulating and copying someone else who's done something remarkable. And the fact is, by the time you actually copy someone else and what they've done, it's years later and it's not so remarkable anymore. And I think what has happened for a lot of us is there's this information overload right now. I know there is for me. And we're fascinated by other people, and we're fascinated by what they do and say. You can learn from other people, but the issue comes in when we try to emulate or copy them rather than doing what we do best. It's kind of like in the parable of the sower, when they talk about the sower, you know, that had scattered seeds and the birds were getting the seeds on his left to right, and he quit sowing forward because he was so busy looking left to right, worrying about those seeds. I think we're so busy sometimes looking left to right at what other people are doing that we cease to be ourselves. And the fact is, there is only one you. There's only one person that will be exactly like you ever in the history of the world. So it is your full responsibility to do what you do well rather than trying to copy somebody else. T.S. Eliot said once, what is actual only for one time and one place. So how do you become more innovative and increase your performance because of that ability to be more innovative? All right, 3 ideas. First of all, write for 15 minutes a day. Find the place, find the spot, get a journal. And I'm not talking about personal journaling, necessarily. What I'm talking about is for 15 minutes, write anything that you're interested in, that you're passionate about, that you're thinking about. Anything, just write. Don't limit yourself. Don't say, I'm going to have a topic today. Just begin to write and see what it is, because what you'll begin to find is a pattern of what you are about and what you're passionate about and what interests you, and you can tie that into whatever it is you do. I don't care if you are a trainer for a corporation or you run your own company or you sell air conditioners. Whatever you do, it will tell you something about your personality and about what you're good at. Secondly, carry a little notebook around with you, guys. Just put it in your pocket, or if you're at a restaurant, write on a napkin. But when something inspires you or hits you or makes you think of something you want to do, write it down right then. There's too much going on in the world not to write it down, because you'll never remember it. Write it down, and again, you'll start to get a real sense of who you are, and you'll have some ideas when you get back to the office of things that you want to do. And finally, start collecting things that inspire you. If it's a picture in a magazine, whatever it may be, if it's a quote, if it's something that you saw on Twitter, whatever it is, start collecting them and just throw them in a file folder. You don't have to look at them for a while, but then once a month, sit down with your file folder and look at what inspires you. You will see the pattern, and then make that part of what you do. And I'll give you an example. One thing that I have realized, I've been so busy looking left to right and trying to copy other people who speak on performance that I lost one element of myself which is really important to me, and that's humor. It's laughter. It's bringing something to people that's kind of on the light side. So you'll notice now with a lot of my tweets, sorry for all the bumps, for a lot of my tweets and things that I do on Facebook and LinkedIn, there will be humor, because that's part of who I am. And it may not be part of who Brian Tracy is, and it may not be part of who Seth Godin is. It's part of who I am. And so it's important to be you. So our workshop today is, if you want to increase your performance, find out, reconnect with what you're passionate about, and as Russell Simmons says, do you. Do you better than anybody, because there's never going to be another you, and if you don't do it, who's going to? Don't emulate, learn, and then do you. And that is a lesson for this week on Corplite TV. Glad to have you, and remember, with Corplite, we believe in the people side of performance. Take care.